everyone. Welcome to Kickin It With Kelly. I'm your host, Kelly Lang. I want to share with you a few things that I use on a daily basis, things I can't live without. It's really hard for me to show you all my glory here with no makeup on whatsoever, but I do want to start from scratch and show you things that I love, and I've tried so many things throughout the years that these just keep seeming to make their way back into my cabinet. So I'm going to talk today. This is all about products I found for depuffing. If you're like me, one day I can wake up and my face be really thin looking, or my eyes be really not puffy at all, or dark circles at all. Specifically, if I travel a lot, I have trouble with puffiness, which makes all your vacation pictures look awful. So first of all, I start off with a clean face. I use a cleanser wipe just to get the general off of it. I tend to go to Sheer Cover cleanser, but my favorite recently has been my Amazing CBD. I order this online, my Amazing CBD. It just helps with pH in my skin. It makes it look much more clear, so I really love that. Okay, so if I am needing to get ready for something, a big function or something, as you can see, I have basically used all of this. This is called Bio Oil. I highly suggest this. It's a really lightweight, wonderfully smelling product. It helps with scarring, it helps with, and I just use a tiny bit. That's about all I use on my whole entire face. I will rub it in my hands and kind of warm it up and just kind of pat it into my face just to give it some kind of a moisture, okay? So in order to do any of the products that I'm getting ready to tell you about, it's imperative that you had some kind of a slick moisture on that. I'm gonna just one more dot on this, just to give it a little bit more grease to it. And I know it seems weird if you don't want greasy skin, but you don't want dry skin either. But this kind of just eventually and you can always use it on your hands too, because don't we age on our hands? Okay, so that being said, I'm going to show you something that is really weird looking. This is a very cold, I don't even know what it's made of, but this is a roller firmer kind of thing. You can even start on your chest, just rolling it up to get the lymph nodes going. You can go up your neck. I tend to go up the face like this, or under the chin line. Doing that 5-10 times each, it really makes a difference, and it feels good, and it makes the blood flow. As you can see, my chest will be rather red after doing this a few moments. So, but it tightens, and I don't know how it works. I honestly don't. I got this online, and it feels really great. You can go rolling under your eyes. My tip with this would be, sometimes you can keep it in the refrigerator, but sometimes it's cold right now with not even being in the fridge. But always making upward strokes on that. I tend to think it just brings blood flow to the face, and when you do that, it just makes the best of the skin come out. Okay, so that's one. Now, this is a weird one. These are suction cups. And if you're really wanting the blood to come to the top, it's gonna look weird for a minute. You put them on for just a moment, and then you can slide them up. And it will really pull the blood to the top of the skin. And it really, as you can see, it looks funny. I'm not gonna lie, I look like a unicorn. But you can bring it up, and it truly does regenerate and rejuvenate the skin, because the blood is having to work double time on that right there, okay? So that's another form of getting the skin and the blood flowing. I've done half my face. Wow, okay. All right, so I tend to be a little red anyway. I have to numb that down a bit. Okay, depuffing. This is one of my favorite things I have ever found. This is, I can't even pronounce it, gua sha, G-U-A-S-H-A, I think. I'll put it in the text below. This is, it feels like glass. It's an ancient Chinese way of getting the flow. The thing I learned is to do it flat You can start from down here, and same thing with the roller, and you can move up. The trick with this is to wiggle it. When you get to the top of a ridge of a bone, to wiggle it. Doing that 5-10 times each, if you have enough oil on your skin, it will just glide over. The ridge between these two pieces right here, you can put under your chin and do a really tight lift right here using the gua sha flat. And again, this is incredible if you put it in the freezer first, or the refrigerator first, or in a bowl of ice water. You can hold your skin and you can actually see the groove is going up my cheekbone. Doing that several times in a row and wiggling. Then you'll see I've got little lines around my lips. This helps with this. You just hold this and tighten it up under that cheekbone. It's not a real hard pressure, it's just the consistency of doing it over and over and over again. This will also fit under your eye. Again, always going upwards, always taking the moves upwards. And believe it or not, once you've done this several times, I should do this for you at one point, because you can see half my face would be less puffy than the other side, but since we've already played with this side. This way you can do this right here, flatten it over your eye and raise it up. Flatten it over your eye and raise it up, doing that 5 to 10 times. And honestly guys, it can look like you've had a facelift. It's the weirdest thing. I think it's muscle memory, honestly. And it smooths out the fine lines, wiggling that into your hairline. If you do this over and over again and making a routine out of it, it can take away the puffies. It can actually give you like a mini facelift, and it feels good. It's relaxing to me. I like doing that sometimes when I'm in bed at night. You can actually go up the chin like that, up the neck, and you can actually also use it as a massage tool going up the back of the neck. Being that is notched, you can go up the back of the skull and wiggle it at the back of the skull. So that is gold to me. I love that very much. Last but not least, on the puffy thing, I found this. This is called Incredible. Incredible. Can you see that? Before I put any makeup on whatsoever, I tend to put this under my eye. It's kind of like one of those jade rollers in there too, very similar to those, and let that kind of dry. But my favorite thing for under the eye puffiness is this product right here. Guys, this will rock your world. This is called Instantly Ageless, excuse me. Comes in a little tube like this, and what you do is you snap off the end of the tube and put just I'm gonna put this on my ring finger. You put just that little bit right there. Any kind of puffies that you have right here, oh my goodness. I can put it above my eye. Any kind of scar or line, like right there, I've got a line right there. You can actually put on there. Don't move, don't touch it, don't do anything, just let it air dry. And if it dries a little white or crusty on you whatsoever, just dampen it with a little bit of water and then just stay still again. Just don't make any expressions whatsoever. Within 2 or 3 minutes, you will have a non-puffy eye, and there you go. Thank you for joining me today on Kickin' It with Kelly. Hope some of these tips help. So the next program that we'll be doing is some skincare tips right before you go to put your makeup on, okay? See you in a bit.